Hey, what's going on? It's Jimmy again. In today's video, I wanted to highlight some things that I've been thinking about in regards to careers and jobs. I know I made another video about how, regardless of whatever job that you have, your soul is always doing the work that it came here to do. So, a little bit of background about me is that my dad is actually a career counselor, and so I grew up taking these kind of aptitude tests and strengths finder and DISC and Myers-Briggs, and so I was very familiar with all of that growing up. But whenever somebody would ask me what do I want to do or be when I grow up, I couldn't really give them an answer. I was curious about everything, every type of career, and I just couldn't imagine myself really. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And even though I took tons of aptitude tests and career tests in high school, it was really interesting to me because I would always get different answers, right? And I had a career counselor in high school, and basically she looked at my math scores and said, well, you're really talented in math, so you're going to go to K-State and become an engineer. And I thought, wow. I'm 14 years old and you've already mapped out my entire life here. On a side note, because I got so good at taking these tests, some of the cheaper ones, like free versions of these bigger tests, I would look at what my options were as far as like strengths and gifts, and I'd choose the ones that I wanted as far as results. And then I would look at each question and see if that question would align with the result that I wanted, and so I would kind of like manipulate the test sometimes, but I always seemed to get the same response, is that it was always different. And especially in high school, I'd have peers that would tell me, you should be a lawyer, or you should be a nutritionist, or you should be an actor, like very different careers. And it was always something different that someone had to say about me. After all these years, I've come to understand that sometimes these career tests, even though they're well-meaning and well-intentioned, they don't work for everybody. They didn't really work for me, because what I've come to realize is that these tests, they only see a very small scope of the possibilities for careers. And a lot of times they're focused on traditional careers. Now, there's nothing wrong with a traditional career or wanting to have a traditional career. And, I definitely had kids growing up who would say, oh, I wanted to be a firefighter or a garbage man or a doctor or a nurse or something like that. And power to them. But for me, I didn't really know. And I think the reason why I didn't really know is because I wasn't meant to have a traditional career. You can think about, 20 years ago, we didn't have careers like being a YouTuber or a social media influencer or Bitcoin or, selling stuff that you make on Etsy. Those things didn't exist 20 years ago. And it's only now that people are starting to say, hey, this is a possible career path for me. It's not as traditional as, a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, or whatever, but it can still make you money. It can still provide you the value that you're looking for in other careers. Going back about 6 years ago, I had just graduated from college. I got my associate's degree in mass communication and filmmaking and videography. And I remember having a conversation with one of my friends and saying, you know what, I really love this video stuff. I'm passionate about it. I'm also really good at it. I've won a lot of awards, but I also want to help other people. And I'm not sure how it's all going to work out, but I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. And of course, I had to take different roads and try different things and have different paths to lead me to where I am today, which is making YouTube videos to help other people. And, now that I'm here, I'm thinking, wow, why didn't I see that 6 years ago? Well, it doesn't matter to me that I didn't see it 6 years ago. It matters to me that I didn't have to see it, but I was confident that things were going to work out for me. Last night, I was doing some searching about, careers and stuff, and I even my dad wanted to talk to me again about what my ideas for my future and my career were, and I just didn't have any answers right now. And so when I was searching online last night, it was like, how do I make money doing the things I enjoy? How do I choose a good career? And a lot of them had the same advice. It was really interesting, and I just thought to myself, you know what? None of these are giving me the answers that I'm really seeking, really searching for. And I even thought to myself, I'll probably come up with a better solution than some of these. And I don't know that my solution is better. It's just different. And I really want to encourage people out there that if you don't know what you want to do when you grow up, quote unquote, or you don't know what career you want to go into, that's actually really great, because that means that it's possible that you are going to have a career that's non-traditional or that hasn't even existed yet. You know, as a kid, I couldn't say, oh, I wanted to be a YouTuber, because YouTube didn't even exist for most of my childhood. So it wasn't even a reality or a possibility. Or, entrepreneurship wasn't even a thought in my mind. Nobody was really talking about it. And when they did, it was kind of in a negative sense. So I really didn't have any frame of reference. But I'm starting to accept that, you know what, I was created for a specific path. And maybe that path is traditional, and maybe it's not. And maybe it's a little bit of both. And who cares? Because I feel really happy right now that I've even figured out that my career path is probably non-traditional. And who knows, maybe I'm going to create something new that provides me income or whatever. I mean, the possibilities are really endless. And for me to sit here and limit myself to traditional thinking and traditional careers is just, it's not cutting it for me. It's not giving me the value that I'm really seeking in life. And anyways, like I said, if you're a kid or a teenager or even an adult who is still like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, I don't know what career is the best for me, honestly, you guys have it really good by saying, I don't know, because that means that you're open to the possibilities. And it also is an indicator that you're probably going to find something that provides you the financial stability and financial freedom that you want, and also gives you that intrinsic meaning and value that you're seeking in a very non-traditional way. So anyways, if you found this video encouraging or helpful or in any way, please share it with somebody else that you think would find it encouraging or helpful. And if you want to see more content, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, all those things. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.